Hi, I'm Guy Ardito, and today I want to talk to you about time and specifically how you relate to time. Are you the kind of person who is always rushing or always late? Are you the kind of person who always gets things done on time? Are you always thinking towards the future? Or are you always very grounded in the present? How we relate to time has a huge impact on how we experience life and also how well we relate to others. Because we always take for granted that other people see the world and experience the world the same way we do. But the truth is that people experience the world in very individual ways. And when we make assumptions and we're wrong about those assumptions, well, it often leads to conflict. And especially if you happen to be married, if your partner has a very different relationship to time than you do, this can lead to, let's just say, very interesting conflicts. So, I quickly want to talk about two ways to measure your relationship to time. There are more, but there are two relevant ones right now. One is whether you're oriented towards the present or the future. And the second is whether you're objective or subjective. And that means whether you are objective and therefore are related to time in a way that can be externally measured, or whether you're subjective and related to time in a way that you feel. And if you multiply these two possibilities across each other, then you wind up with four different possibilities altogether. And I'm not going to get into the details of all of those right now, but I want you to consider what it would be like to be present oriented and objective, right? That means you're very grounded in the moment, but you're very clear about how you're measuring time, versus maybe being very future oriented and subjective. And that would mean that you're kind of dreamy, you're kind of always thinking about what's possible, and you treat time as something that you feel rather than something that's precise and measured. Now, if you take these two people and you put them in a relationship, under stress, you're going to lean towards their most dominant characteristics, and because they're different, they're going to wind up in conflict. Now, in these short videos, I don't have enough time to give you solutions, but I do want to spark an idea in you. I do want to get you thinking about what the possibilities are and lead you to maybe exploring what is possible, how else you can look at situations, and maybe inspire some new solutions and thought patterns for you. So, what is your relationship to time? Do people tell you that you are as reliable as, I can't say the trains, here in New York, the trains aren't always so reliable, but whatever you might use as a metaphor? Or are people always complaining that you're late? Do people say that you're grounded and you're present, or do people say that you seem like a dreamer, or you're always thinking about what can be done tomorrow and missing out on today? These are very important because at the end of the day, we need all of it. We have to be able to dance through the different possibilities because, as much as we do need to plan for the future, we also have to appreciate the present because the present is, after all we have. But if all we do is focus on the present, then we're not going to be prepared for the inevitable difficulties, challenges, and winter seasons that lie ahead. So, think about this, write in with any questions, take a look at my programs if you're interested in that. Until we talk again, this is Guy Ardito saying, live in love.